Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Nothing personal!
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about Atlantis, the Lost Empire cereal. This cereal was released by Kellogg's back in 2001 as a tie-in to the Disney animated film, Atlantis, the Lost Empire. This film was about an explorer named Milo, who was voiced by Michael J. Fox, and a ragtag submarine crew on an expedition to find the lost city of Atlantis. And I would like to go into more detail about the film or tell you more about the characters and the story, but sadly, I never made it through this entire movie. As I said, it came out in 2001, and around that time I was in college at NYU going to film school and wasn't really into seeing Disney animated films. I was all about low-budget indie films and didn't really have time for what I considered to be kid stuff. I never saw Emperor's Last Groove or Treasure Planet, which were two other Disney films that came out around this time. They just weren't films on my radar. I tried to watch Atlantis a few years ago, but I just couldn't power through it. That being said, I'm sure it's not a bad movie. I mean, I love Michael J. Fox, and I love most Disney films, but unfortunately, I just can't tell you much about this film. But I can talk about the cereal. So as you can see from the front of the box here, the gimmick for this cereal is actually pretty cool. It's toasted oat pieces, basically Cheerios, mixed with chocolatey triangle alphabet pieces. But it says here that you can unlock the mystery as the Atlantean alphabet is revealed in milk. So evidently the cereal changes when you hit the chocolate pieces with milk. Now on the back of the box they have a fun game, and at the top here it urges you to spell out Atlantis in your milk with the chocolate alphabet pieces, and they decode the letters for you. Then it tells you to cut out the game pieces on the side and grab a partner and die and play the adventure game here, trying to get to the end and find the lost city of Atlantis. And there's one more part of this box I want to show you before we open the cereal, and that's the side panel here. Now it's fairly run-of-the-mill, promoting AtlantisAdventure.com, a website where you could play games and send e-cards. Then down at the bottom they feature an Atlantean decoder so you can decode the alphabet pieces and spell out your own words. But the real piece de resistance that I want to show you is back up here where they tell you that you can get free Eat and Earn codes on the Atlantis website and start earning cool stuff. This was a Kellogg's campaign that I'd forgotten all about until I looked at this box again. In the early 2000s, Kellogg's created these two characters, Eat and Earn. Eat was this cool horse whose love of Kellogg's cereal was unmatched, and Earn was a sensible piggy bank pig who liked to save up for cool stuff. Again, the Wayback Machine doesn't do the old website justice, as these characters are featured in little flash animations and simple design site where you can just go to enter codes found on cereal boxes and earn points to collect fun prizes. But Kellogg's actually had commercials for this promotion with these mascots. Take a look.
I'm Eat. I'm Earn. We're eating Kellogg's cereal and getting stuff. Need any help?
You ever unload a truck before?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, he's
Let's
giving us
go.
a shot.
Cool.
The shot giver.
I want you to be gentle with the cargo.
Very gentle.
I'm just gonna have a little snack. Open up there.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we were just trying to get some codes.
Look for Eat and Earn on Kellogg's cereals. Collect the code, punch it in the computer, you can get stuff.
He's like the father truck driver we never had.
Yeah.
They had a few commercials with these characters, and in hindsight, it's kind of funny because the guy who directed these ads was Bennett Miller. He turned out to be a future Oscar-nominated director of Foxcatcher and Capote. And the actors inside the mascot suits were Judah Friedlander and Michael Coleman, both who've gone on to have successful comedy acting careers. I thought Eat and Earn were really cool, and I miss these guys, and I kind of wish Kellogg's would bring them back. Anyway, back to Atlantis cereal. Let's open up this box and see if this 18-year-old cereal still holds up. Okay, so here's what Atlantis cereal looks like. You can see the toasted oat pieces are just like the Cheerio-like oat pieces that Kellogg's uses in all of their limited tie-in cereals. Let's get a closer look at these chocolate triangles though. So you can see the triangles have little etchings on them. You can kind of make out what the symbols are supposed to be. You don't really need to add milk to reveal what those symbols are, but let's add a little liquid to them and see if it reveals anything more. Nope, as you can see it doesn't really do anything to the etchings on the cereal piece. Maybe it's because it's 18 years old. Perhaps when this cereal was fresh and you hit these pieces with some milk, maybe it made the etchings look a little whiter or different in color. But now in 2019, it doesn't do anything to them. You can see the pieces on the box, they definitely look like white symbols on the chocolate triangles. So I don't know, maybe this cool little trick used to actually work. Personally, I don't remember. I probably only had this cereal once or twice back in the day because again, wasn't a huge Atlantis fan. But if you remember, please let me know down in the comments. And regardless if this magical idea worked or not, I gotta give Kellogg's credit for giving it a try. It's a pretty cool and unique gimmick, and I wish Kellogg's would do more creative, original stuff like that with their movie tie-in cereals today. Clearly this was back when Kellogg's was still taking risks and having fun. Then of course, Crave happened and everything went downhill from there. Now, obviously, I'm not going to try this stuff because, as you know, I've had my fair share of old cereals and they're all disgusting. I can tell you without a doubt that 18-year-old cereal tastes terrible. But I do think this Atlantis cereal is one of the cooler Disney tie-in cereals. I believe that Lilo and Stitch was the next Disney animated film that they did a tie-in cereal for the following year. That one was fine. It was little chocolate Cocoa Puffs with Lilo and Stitch marshmallows. But it definitely wasn't as creative as the Atlantis cereal. Even though Lilo and Stitch was a far better movie in my book, though I can't wait to see Disney ruin it with the live-action remake.
This is my family. I found it all on my own.
Whatever, I'm not crying. Alright, well that's gonna do it for Atlantis, the Lost Empire cereal. Do you remember this stuff? Were you a fan of the movie? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. Can't even see these symbols. Hope that doesn't spell a bad word.